Hello again, everybody. There's Mary Hall. How you doing, Mary?
Good. Got my coffee.
Got your monster, your what do they call that? I forgot. Java, yeah.
Java.
Java
Mean
monster.
bean Java.
That's one of my favorites too. All right, if only we can get sponsorship from those people, that'd be great. But anyway, yesterday, we elected this area on what is this? The south wall to put an access panel into the new crawl space, our brand new crawl space.
Yay.
So this was already here, this opening. So we just, cut the pink away, the insulation. We just went over the opening when we put the pink up, and we just cut it away. And we got the cement floor and apron done. By floor, I mean this part, which is a continuation of our new floor in there. And then we're gonna jam it out the sides here with wood, and we're gonna pack behind the wood mortar, to fill these complete voids here that'll be created when we put the board up, the jam. And then we'll run a couple screws into the jam that'll go into the wet mortar, and then when the mortar cures, that jam isn't going anywhere. And then we already got the top of the jam done, essentially, because that's the top plate of the block that we mortared in. You clearly see we got it all mortared in, which we're going to do to the side jams as well, as mentioned previously. So
It's on a slant for the water.
yeah, of course we got a little runoff on the apron, a little slope. We didn't even really bother forming it out. We just mixed 2 bags of concrete and just simply, dumped it right there and then spread it out. It was just enough. So the important part was getting this area, and then whatever was left we did with the apron as big as was allowed by the amount of concrete we put down. So today we'll jam it out and mortar it in, and then after that we put a stop of 1x2 around the jam that we're putting here, and then we'll make a custom door that'll be as well insulated as this is. I mean, think about it. We got 1.5 inches of styrofoam, 8 inches of solid block and concrete. Because remember, we filled all these voids with concrete, so this essentially is as strong, if not stronger, than a solid concrete poured wall. And then we'll get it all sealed in real nice, and then we'll have a nice access panel over here. And then, geez, we're getting like 100% on that aspect of the job. And then we were gonna put another access panel in the back here on the west end of the house, the back of the house, but why bother? Because there may be an addition back there, the area where we wanted to put it. That's why we didn't, fill it with cement there or anything. Right where that wood is there was where the other proposed access to the crawl space is going to be, because our water valve and whatnot's right there. Just beyond this. If I take it away, you'll see the pink. Yeah, but just beyond that is the, shut-off valve for the water and all that stuff. So regardless if the additions come in here or not, there'll be an access there. But we didn't want to dress it out or anything until, I suppose that could be done when they do the foundation here, because this is all getting dug out for a foundation. That it's going to come out 16 feet, which is almost as far out as this deck is, and then the width of 16 feet from side to side, and the whole, basically 16 feet high as well. So, the big 16 by 16 by 16 cube is what we're going to put back here. But he wants to do a full basement, so this excavation's got to be done and all that stuff. So that's kind of holding us up. It's always good to be held up as opposed to holding up. So yeah, I never want to hold up anybody else's progress, but if we're being held up, that's okay. It's not our fault. So, and I'm going to show you what else we did that we didn't show you yet in the front porch. What would that be? The east end of the house. So the front of the house where this porch meets the front of the house is where they had the leak. So we're, still want to, we determined what the problem is, but we still needed to remove some more material here. We just removed the outside sheathing. First we had to remove the vinyl siding, and then there was rotten sheathing behind here. There was literally rotten sheathing, and this 2x4 that was here was so rotten it's gone. It looks wet, but it's dry now. But look at that mess up there. All this is gonna get replaced, of course, but we're not doing that till the floor's done inside, because this work has to be done inside the house, because this is the back of the drywall, the inside of the house. And you can even see.
It'll fall off.
I know, right? And down there you can see the bucket we use to catch any water that does get through here. But yeah, you can sure tell that this is a major problem. You can see the original sheathing, original siding, and everything. And then of course they tried to use a Band-Aid to patch this up over the many, many years without dealing with the problem, which again is a flashing issue up there. We got a lot of that removed up there as well. You might have seen that in the previous video when we were working on that, a couple videos ago. But it probably was coming down the roof there, where you see the shingles and the blue siding with the vertical lines, and probably damming and catching right there where that J channel's kind of hanging. It's off like free and clear to run off decent now, so it might not leak as much, but it's still an obvious problem. And there's only so much we could do. It'll be temporary if we did anything. And because this whole porch is going to get removed, roof and all, totally removed and out of here, along with what's left of this chimney, which is totally abandoned. As you can see, it doesn't go up through the roof. Imagine it caused all kinds of problems when it did, and they tried to remove, what was above the roof line, and it didn't solve the problem. It still leaks, and it caused extensive damage inside the house, and this entire wall is just totally damaged. Again, not one drop has come in on our new stuff that we've done, because we've been catching it. We even have a towel under there in case anything gets beyond the bucket to capture any moisture, because we don't want it coming in here at all. After all, that's the reason we replaced everything, because it was wet. So we don't want it getting wet again.
No.
Right? So anyway, that's where we're at. I told you what we're going to do today, try to get done today, and you can see the results tomorrow in tomorrow's video, so stay tuned.
Yay.
So is there anything else you want to add to this video before we end
I
it?
love you guys, and I hope you guys stay safe and have a wonderful day.
Alrighty, so with that, we thank you for watching, and we'll talk at you later. Love ya.